After saying goodbye to the fairy tale streets of Prague, our journey continues to another beautiful European city.
Welcome to Budapest!
A city divided by the Danube River but connected by history, beauty, and timeless charm. From its grand buildings and historic bridges to its glowing skyline and romantic river views, Budapest has a way of making every moment feel cinematic. Hinihintay lang natin ma-flash sa departure board kung saang station tayo going to Budapest this morning. What we know is 5:38 in the morning yung alis niya. Pero anong platform tayo dapat pumunta? That's what we're waiting for. Morning! 4:44, andito kami sa main station ng Prague. Hi Cassie! I'm not sure if you've been watching our vlogs. I think at some point I shared with you na every time we travel or every time na there's an opportunity for Cassie, nagmamanifest talaga siya through 444. So kanina while I was taking a video of the departure board, 444. This is our train going to Budapest. Nandito tayo sa platform number 4. Aalis to ng 5:37 in the morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the company České dráhy, welcome on board of the Railjet train.
As our train left Prague, we just sat there quietly, watching the countryside pass by. The view outside was simple but beautiful. Open fields, little houses, small towns, and skies that felt endless. There's something about train rides that makes you slow down. For a few hours, you're not really doing anything but looking out the window, thinking, resting, taking in the journey. And honestly, moments like this are part of why we love traveling. It's not always about the big landmarks or the busy city streets. Sometimes, it's these quiet in-between moments that stay with you. Hi again! Finally, nakapag-check-in na tayo sa ating second hotel. Oh my God, kakarating lang namin here sa Budapest after. So, sabi ng Uber driver namin, the way you pronounce it daw is Budapest. Hindi siya Budapest. Budapest. Whatever. Dito, we're glad lumipat kami sa Ramada by Wyndham here in City Center, Budapest. Medyo mas mahal nga lang to. We're spending almost 800 euro for 3 nights. But what's important is nasa city center siya, very close proximity to tourist spots. So walking distance lang din, we can save up on Uber. I wanted to give you guys a room tour. So this is how our room looks like. Meron siyang office table dito. And then there's a king-size bed. The room looks modern. As in, way, way better. And then may TV set din siya. And then look at the view. Corner room yung binigay sa amin. And sabi nila, ang typical rooms daw dito maliliit. But I think this one is really okay. And then here's Luvin.
Hello.
May second window rin dito. Ang ganda ng window niya kasi malaki. And then, may cabinet din siya. Tapos may safety deposit box. May flat iron. And then, meron siyang mini bar. And meron din siyang small fridge. full-length mirror. Ito yung aming luggage. And then, ito yung entrance niya. Meron siyang parang hallway pa dito. Not bad, diba? Spacious na siya. And what I like about this room is yung bathroom. Tingnan mo. Diba? Malinis. And then, meron din siyang heated towel rack. And meron siyang hair dryer. This is the vanity sink. Fresh pa ba tayo? Okay, we'll freshen up lang. Wala pa kaming lunch. Grabe, siguro mga 8 hours or 9 hours na kaming wala pang kain. Dahil na na-stress tayo dun sa first hotel natin. Oh my goodness. If you are watching this vlog and gusto mong bumisita ng Budapest, you have to consider this. You should consider Ramada by Wyndham City Center. Ang ganda ng location niya, ang ganda rin ng room niya. So, quick kwento. Minsan talaga, in your attempt to save up on your hotel expenses, minsan isipin mo, sige, dito na lang tayo sa mas less expensive. Ako, I always challenge it. Kapag mura, baka naman hindi ganun kaganda. Initially, sabi ko kay Luwin, let's not spend too much on hotel accommodation because most of the time we're out and about. Uuwi lang talaga kami to sleep and to take a shower and then labas na naman ulit. Pero siguro, ang lesson ko dito for myself, since ako naman talaga yung gumagawa ng itinerary namin every time we travel, minsan you have to really do cost-benefit analysis. Baka sa sobrang mura, kasi parang yun 200 per night, sa sobrang mura, yun naman ang kapalit. Parang,
And actually for me, important yung hotel kasi it's actually part of your experience.
Oo. So, okay. Eh, gano'n naman talaga, di ba? Walang perfect experience every time you travel. You consider it as your battle scar. But what's important is, natututo ka, gumagaling kang mag-ayos ng itinerary mo. Mura lang yung Thai massage nila, oh. Parang sa Canadian,
60.
60. Oh, pwede na.
Oh, parang ano rin.
Parang sa
massage
atin.
din sa Canada.
Sa Vancouver, sa Big Feet kami nagpapamassage kasi magaling talaga yung therapist. In fair. Okay. Okay, I think I know na. Sa pinakadulo nito, tulad ng kwento ko kanina, andito yung KFC. And parehas kami nagkikrave ng KFC. So, mag-KFC muna tayo. Comfort food, fried chicken, bilang wala pa kaming kain the whole day. Ayoko munang mag-try ng kung ano-anong pagkain. Tapos ang ending, hindi na naman magugustuhan.
Actually, trivia. Kapag nagve-vacation tayo, tinatry natin yung mga fast food chains like Burger King, McDonald's,
KFC.
just to check ano yung
Anong
sa
meron sila.
menu nila na hindi common sa atin.
Ito na yung KFC. Sana may nakita din pala kaming Time Out Market. Alam ko ang Time Out Market is opening in Vancouver on May 28. Pero dito, meron na silang Time Out Market. Quick lunch lang tayo, or quick merienda, hindi lunch. Merienda muna tayo sa KFC. Ay, thank God. Tignan natin kung anong merong option sila na wala sa Canada. O diba, sa amin lahat yan, 10 pieces, tag-5 talaga kami. Kasi nga super gutom. And then, can you open it? First time namin nakakita, at least dito, na meron silang rice. Buti pa dito, sa Canada wala. So yung KFC nila dito may fried rice. O diba? Kain tayo. Magme-merienda muna kami ng 10 chicken. Kain po. Bet ko tong area na to, parang ang cool maglakad-lakad. At least dito ha. After grabbing a quick bite, we went straight back out. You know, it was already late in the afternoon, but summer days in Europe are long. And with only a few days in Budapest, we wanted to make every hour count. So we made our way toward the Chain Bridge, an iconic landmark in the city. And before reaching the Danube, we found ourselves in one of the city's most vibrant areas, Váci utca. And the best part, this beautiful shopping district was just at the back of our hotel, so it felt like we stepped out and instantly became part of the city's rhythm. Váci utca has that perfect mix of old and new. On one side, you see beautiful centuries-old buildings that remind you of the city's rich history. And on the other, you have modern shops, upscale brands, cafes, restaurants, souvenir stores, and so many food and dining options for every kind of traveler. It felt stylish but still welcoming, busy but not overwhelming. Families, couples, tourists, locals, young people, and old travelers, everyone seemed to have a place here. It was more than just a shopping street. It was Budapest showing us its personality, elegant, lively, modern, historic, and full of life. So we are getting this, ang Rubik's Cube. It was invented here in Hungary. Ang sabi ni Google Maps, para marating natin yung Chain Bridge, may 580 meters pa tayo. As we walked through Váci utca on our way to the Chain Bridge, we found ourselves in Vörösmarty Square. At the center stands the monument of Mihály Vörösmarty, one of Hungary's most important poets. He wrote Zózát, a patriotic poem that became like a second national anthem for Hungarians. And here's something interesting. Every year, people gather around the same square for Budapest's famous Christmas market. A place that started as a tribute to a poet has become one of the city's most loved meeting spots. Behind me is the Széchenyi Chain Bridge. This was constructed in 1839, and alam mo ba na 10 years after, November 20, 1849 to be specific, when this bridge was opened and it became the first permanent bridge ng Hungary. This bridge separates the Buda and the Pest side. Kaya naman, ang ganda sa area na to. Oh my goodness. Itatry natin, kami ni Louven, ang Danube River Cruise. We are so excited na matry yun bukas. Kasi today, parang medyo pagod na kami, but tomorrow we'll have a full or jam-packed activity, and definitely isasama natin yan sa mga activities na gagawin natin for tomorrow. For now, titingin-tingin lang muna tayo. Aakyatin natin tong bridge na to, tatawid tayo on the other side para exercise. And then, ano pa ba? Tignan mo to, ito yung river cruise. Maganda yan kasi mas makikita mo ng maganda yung Parliament. And Parliament lights up beautifully at night. So, kailangan maging strategic ka din if you want Instagrammable photos, nice shots, kung anong oras mo gagawin yung river cruise mo. If you do it ng daytime na ganito, mataas pang sikat ng araw, iba rin ang charm niya. But if you also do it at night, iba rin yung charm na ibibigay nito sa'yo. We are finally here sa Széchenyi Chain Bridge. Kanina, nasa baba tayo. We were just taking photos and videos. Pero we decided, syempre, di ba, part ng experience natin here in Budapest, ang pag-cross ng bridge na to. This bridge is not only iconic, but it is also a significant landmark. Katulad ng nakwento ko, di ba, it separates both the Buda side and the Pest side. Alam mo ba, fun fact lang, na ang Danube River is the second longest river in Europe next to Volga. That's why this river is more of an international water because it flows through 10 countries within Europe. Oh, may paganong info. So, we are crossing the bridge. Hindi naman ganun ka haba yung bridge na to. Ang sarap din kasi mahangin, medyo mahangin siya. So, hindi ka talaga masyadong pagpapawisan. It's already 8 in the evening. Pa-sunset pa lang dito, pero ang ganda ng ating welcome. Ang ating technically half day or first day here in Budapest. Crossing the chain bridge at sunset with a golden light falling over the majestic Danube felt like stepping into a dream we once only imagined. Budapest was on our bucket list for so long, and now here we are, living it with our own eyes and holding it in our hearts. In this quiet golden hour, we are reminded that life is beautiful and meant to be enjoyed. Places like this make every plan, every journey, and every leap of faith worth it. Because seeing the world one adventure at a time is really about collecting memories that stay with us forever. For centuries, the Danube has witnessed the story of this city, separating Buda and Pest, yet bringing them together through bridges that became symbols of connection and resilience. And maybe that's why so many travelers fall in love with Budapest. Beyond its grand architecture and breathtaking views, it's a city that makes you feel its history, its romance, and its timeless beauty with every step you take. Good morning! It's our technically second day here in Budapest. Pero ito yung first full day natin. We're just having breakfast dito sa McDo before we head on sa mga activities natin. So, where are we going? Pupunta tayo ng Parliament. Maganda yung Parliament building na yon. Magtutour tayo doon. And we will be taking the tram going to Parliament para hindi tayo masyadong ma-stress ng kakalakad. So, ang advice ni Google is buy ka ng Budapest Go na app and then pwede kang bumili doon ng ticket. If you are traveling with your partner, pwede kang bumili ng ticket for good for 24 hours. You can use that for trams, for buses, and for trains. Pag na-download mo yon, yung app na yon, you will see na ang cost ng ticket na yon is 2,750 Hungarian forint or 12.50 Canadian. And then good for 5 na yon. Whenever you take the tram, train, or bus, sabi ni Google, hindi mo na kailangan mag-tap every time. Just be ready in case magkaroon ng random inspection. At least mapapakita mo yung mobile app mo at bumili ka ng ticket. This is our station and we are taking the tram going to the Budapest Parliament. 3 stops lang, 23. 3 stops lang din and then bababa tayo. Exploring Budapest was easier than we expected, especially with its reliable and convenient tram network. We hopped on tram number 2, which runs along the Danube, and it's often considered one of the most scenic tram rides in the world. It's quick, convenient, and tourist-friendly, connecting you to some of the city's most famous landmarks while giving you incredible views along the way. And for us, this wasn't just transportation. It became part of our Budapest experience. And just like that, andito na tayo. 3 stops and andito na tayo sa visitor center. After hopping off tram number 2, we made our way toward the visitor center, and that's when the Hungarian Parliament building really hit us for the first time. Seeing it up close is something else entirely. From a distance, it already looks impressive, but standing in front of it, the scale is almost overwhelming. Every arc, statue, and spire is packed with detail. So nakabili na tayo. The cost of 2 tickets is 28,000 Hungarian forint. And mandatory sa kanila yung tour. Hindi ka po, yung guided tour. Tama. Hindi ka po pwedeng pumasok lang on your own. So, sold out na yung 11:45. It's 11:15. Meron pa tayong sabihin man ng mga 50 minutes kasi we need to be back here early. So magpipicture-picture muna kami ni Leuven outside. Ang ganda o, tinan mo. I think for this tour, ito yung ma-anticipate natin.
As Leuven and I stood before the Hungarian Parliament building, we were so flabbergasted. I think no photo or video can truly capture what it feels like to see this masterpiece up close. Its size, elegance, and incredible details are simply breathtaking. Stretching 268 meters long and rising 96 meters high, it's one of the largest parliament buildings in the world. And that height has meaning too. 96 honors the year 896, when the Hungarian state was founded. Walking around its grounds, we were reminded why Budapest is one of Europe's most beautiful cities. A place where history, architecture, and timeless beauty surround you at every corner. Stepping inside the Hungarian parliament feels like entering a masterpiece built for a nation. Our tour begins with a magnificent grand stairway, one of the most breathtaking spaces inside the parliament. From its red carpet and marble columns to the detailed ceiling paintings and gold-covered decorations, every corner was designed to showcase Hungary's artistry and craftsmanship. And when you see the details up close, it makes sense why this building took nearly 2 decades to complete. Construction began in 1885 and finished in 1904, involving thousands of workers and costing around 18 million gold crowns at that time. Fun fact, more than 40 kilograms of gold were also used throughout the building, adding to the elegance and grandeur that visitors still admire today. At the heart of the parliament is the Dome Hall, home to Hungary's most precious national treasure, the Holy Crown of Saint Stephen. For Hungarians, this is more than just a royal crown. It represents over thousands of years of history and national identity. The tour also takes visitors inside the historic Upper House Hall and the Chamber of Peers Lounge, spaces that reflect the country's political history and the important decisions once made within these halls. Walking through the halls of the Hungarian Parliament, you quickly understand why it's considered one of the most beautiful government buildings in the world. Not just because of how it looks, but because of the story of a nation it continues to tell. We are walking towards St. Stephen Basilica. So from the Parliament, nag-tram tayo, 2 stops going to this area. May mga bistro, osteria, restaurants. Oh, yung langos, 'di ba? Langos. Yung kanilang popular dish din dito.
This is for good luck.
Oh,
The fat policeman.
so this is the fat policeman and this is for good luck. So you have to touch the belly, make a wish. Hopefully he'll bring us back to Hungary. Smile. Just a short walk from the heart of Budapest, we arrived at one of the city's most treasured landmarks, St. Stephen's Basilica. Named after Hungary's first king, St. Stephen, this magnificent church is not only a place of worship, but also a symbol of the country's history and faith. Construction took more than 50 years to complete, finally opening in 1905. And here's an interesting detail. Did you know that the basilica stands exactly 96 meters tall, the same height as the Hungarian Parliament building? This symbolizes the balance between church and state, and no other buildings in Budapest is allowed to rise higher. This is how the inside of the basilica looks like. Super ganda. Inside, the basilica is known for its grand dome, beautiful artwork, and one of Hungary's most important relics, the preserved right hand of Saint Stephen, known as the Holy Right.
Beneath its soaring dome, there's a quiet kind of wonder. The kind that actually makes you lower your voice, slow your steps, and simply take it all in. As I looked up in amazement, I realized that St. Stephen's Basilica doesn't simply impress you with its beauty. It makes you pause. There's a quiet reverence inside its walls, as if every marble column, every golden detail, and every echo carries the memories, faith, and traditions of a nation. We have crossed the bridge, and this is the Buddha side. Saan tayo pupunta ulit? Pupuntahan natin yung Fisherman's Bastion and Matthias Church. Quick check, ang dami na nating napuntahan so far. This morning, nakapunta na tayo sa Budapest Parliament. And nakapag-guided tour na tayo. Naikot na natin yung Parliament grounds. And then, napuntahan na din natin ang St. Stephen's Basilica. We are here sa Buddha area or the Buddha side of the city. We're waiting for bus number 16. Papunta tayo ng Fisherman's Bastion. This is Fisherman's Bastion. Walking into Fisherman's Bastion for the first time, we honestly didn't know where to look. The white towers, curved stairways, and open terraces made the entire place feel almost unreal, like we had stepped into a fairy tale version of Budapest. What surprised us even more was learning that, despite its fortress-like appearance, it was never built for battle. It was created as a viewing terrace and a monument to Hungary's 1,000-year history, which makes the experience feel less like visiting a fort and more like stepping into a celebration of the country itself. As we explored further, we came across small stalls selling ornaments, handmade products, and local delicacies. It gave the whole area a relaxed summer market vibe, adding even more warmth and character to the historic complex. Ang nice sa area na to, Gana.
Ang presko.
Ang presko dahil mahangin. And shaded yung part niya kasi nga ang tataas ng mga building. Ang ganda. Sabi ni Luvin, ito na yung pinaka-modern sa lagay na yan. Pero dun sa taas, pwede ka pang buti na lang, meron ditong area for resting. Ang daming mga stalls na parang Christmas market. Siguro, I can imagine kapag Christmas, ang ganda-ganda talaga siguro dito sa loob ng Fisherman's Bastion. Overlooking siya. At alam mo ba, hindi din naman ganun katagalan o ganun ka-old talaga itong area na to. It was built between 1895 to 1902. And ma-share ko lang kahit na hindi mo tinatanong, this was built for decorative purposes only, as a viewing terrace. And syempre, kaya tinawag tong Fisherman's Bastion kasi ang nag-build talaga nito ay ang mga fishermen, hence the name. And meron dito, sa loob ng compound na to, meron ditong 7 white towers, and the 7 white towers represent the 7 Magyar tribes. And they built, who founded Hungary in the Carpathian Basin 1,000 years ago. So, yan ang kanyang quick history. More than a century later, this historical complex continues to serve its original purpose, not as a fortress guarding the city, but as a place where visitors from around the world can pause, take in the beauty of Budapest, and appreciate the story behind this magical place. So finally, We are inside New York Cafe here in Budapest. Ang in-order lang namin ni Luvin is ice cream. Gusto lang talaga naming matry, and like other tourists, nagkakape-kape lang talaga sila dito. Popular yung kanilang 24K gold cappuccino. Gusto namin ni Luvin i-try lang how it feels to dine in inside this cafe, just to have merienda. But only in Budapest you can see a cafe na ganito ka-grand ang interior. It's as if you are inside a palace. It's one of the most popular and arguably the most beautiful cafe in the world. It opened in 1894, so you can imagine its history, its heritage, and the story behind every every decor na meron dito, ornaments, and how they really beautified this cafe. Sana meron tayong ganito sa Vancouver. Some fun facts: this used to be a writer's headquarters back in the 20th century. At some point after World War II, this building was ruined. Of course, they had to rebuild this. Naging sporting goods din siya before siya naging insurance company. And then it turned into a cafe. As the sound of the violin filled the room, it felt as if time slowed down inside New York Cafe. Surrounded by music, history, and timeless elegance, we experienced a glimpse of the golden age that made Budapest so unforgettable. And at that moment, it wasn't just a cafe we visited. It was a memory we became part of. Hello, you guys. Welcome to our day 3 here in Budapest, and this is our last full day. Andito tayo sa grounds ng Matthias Church. Actually, tama ba ako, Pangga? This is part of the Buda Castle complex, right? So kahapon, nandun tayo sa medyo babang area, which is the Fisherman's Bastion. And then, bumalik tayo dito this morning just to visit this beautiful church, Matthias Church. Mag-iikot-ikot lang tayo sa Castle Ground. Tignan natin ang Buda Castle, and then ano pa bang pwede natin gawin throughout the day. It's a chill day for us, to be honest, dahil most of the major tourist spots na andito sa Budapest City Center na puntahan naman na natin at naikot na natin. Gusto kong kumain ng Hungarian sausage and langos. Langos? Yung kanilang popular delicacy. Ito yung kanyang pretzel. 2,500 Hungarian forint. Hi, strudel. These are the honey that they are selling here, at iba't ibang variety siya. So nice for the coffee, yeah.
So this is caramel.
Caramel. May free tasting naman siya. So tikman natin. This is the caramel. This is really good.
Thank you so
I'm not
much.
surprised why this is a bestseller. Thank you. Since it's our last full day here in Budapest, hindi tayo uuwi na hindi natitikman ang kanyang Hungarian sausage. This is pork sausage. Pinakat na natin. Tikman natin. Ano bang difference ito? Nakatikim naman na tayo ng Hungarian sausage kahit naman nasa Philippines tayo or Canada. Pero iba pa rin, di ba? Kapag nakatikim ka ng Hungarian sausage dito sa Budapest. This one, jalapeno. Crispy jalapeno. Dito sa Hungary, maganda yung climate nila for peppers. Kaya maraming taniman dito ng peppers and very popular din dito sa kanila ang paprika. After visiting Matthias Church, we continued exploring the beautiful Buda Castle district, slowly making our way toward the Hungarian National Gallery. With only 24 hours left in Budapest, we wanted to slow down and appreciate every corner of this incredible city. Walking through the palace grounds felt like exploring an open-air museum. Surrounded by grand architecture, historic courtyards, beautiful fountains, and centuries of stories waiting to be discovered. Ano ba yan? Wala akong coin. Dapat magtapan tayo ng coin for good luck para makabalik tayo ulit dito. Pero nag-rob na tayo ng belly ng Fat Police sa downtown, right? There was something special about walking through a place with so much history. I couldn't help but imagine the kings and queens of Hungary who may have walked these same grounds centuries ago, looking out over the very same river. As we reached one of the terraces overlooking the city, we were rewarded with one of the most unforgettable views of Budapest. The Danube flowing below and the magnificent Parliament building standing proudly on the opposite side. And when it's time to leave Castle Hill, visitors can either walk down, take a bus, or experience the historic Castle Hill funicular. A short but scenic ride that brings you back toward the Chain Bridge and the heart of Budapest. Napuntahan na natin ang shoes at the Danube Bank. Kung tutuusin, this is not a tourist attraction na something to glorify, something to celebrate, because this is actually a monument. Back in 1944, 1945 era, ang tinatawag nilang Arrow Cross Military, yung mga fascists ng Arrow Cross Military, were really against the Hungarian Jews. At ang ginawa nila, before they shot those people, patayin sila para agusin yung mga bodies nila ng Danube River, they asked them to remove their shoes. Back in the day, yung sapatos nila is a valuable thing for them because of the price of the leather. Kapag na-collect nila yung mga shoes na yon, pwede nila tong mabenta, pwede nila tong magamit. So during the wartime, very important yung sapatos. Para na rin siyang human dignity if you come to think of it. So in honor of that memory, naglagay sila ng mga shoes na to symbolize not the heroism, but the sacrifices of the Hungarian Jews. It's a nice gesture from the Hungarian government in honor of their past. Ang daming mga turista, of course, ang pumupunta dito para mag-picture-picture, us included. But really, this is in commemoration of the sacrifices made by the Hungarian Jews back in 1944-1945 era. So this is Dock 7. Dito yung station natin for the Danube River Cruise. At ang schedule nga natin ay 8:15. So baba lang tayo dito sa waiting area nila para hindi ganun kainit. It's advisable na if ever itatry mo yung river cruise dito to get your tickets online para sure ka na meron kang accommodation sa kanila. What a way to end our Budapest trip. In total, parang mga 3 days na rin tayo dito after Prague. You know, quick realization lang, you can't really compare Budapest and Prague because both cities have their own personalities. Agree? I would I would say Prague looks like a fairy tale with its medieval feel, cobblestones, dramatic streets, iba talaga, gothic approach at some point, lalo na yung Charles Bridge, ang daming mga churches din na gothic baroque style. Ano yung favorite natin doon? Yung cathedral, the Vitus Cathedral that we visited. It looks majestic in person. So I would say na-enjoy din talaga super ang Prague. It did not disappoint. But Budapest, this city has its own charm. If Prague looks like a fairy tale, Budapest looks like a movie set also. The Parliament building at night, oh my goodness, it has its own show. Kaya maganda rin talaga na you just sit back, relax sa river cruise na to, and let the city show off itself. Iba yung charm niya sa day, but iba rin yung charm niya kapag gabi. The city lights up beautifully. Ano ang favorite mo sa Prague so far? Charles Bridge? Or
Tsaka yung mga church.
tsaka yung mga churches. But here in Budapest, what's your favorite?
Siguro for me, yung
Fisherman's Bastion. Yes. Ang ganda rin talaga niya. Ako,
The Parliament pala.
Parliament. Okay. Ako number one ko talaga, for me, yung Parliament. Ang ganda. I hope you can see it one day if hindi ka pa nakakapunta sa city na to. It's a must-see. It deserves to be in your travel bucket list.
There are places that leave you with beautiful photographs, and then there are places that quietly leave a part of themselves with you. Budapest became one of those places for us. Long before we arrived, the city existed only in photographs, documentaries, travel films, and the stories of people who had fallen in love with the city. Today, it's no longer a destination on a map or a dream waiting to happen. It has become a memory woven into our own journey. Travel has a remarkable way of changing us. It reminds us that the world is so much bigger than our routines, our worries, and the places we call home. Every destination leaves behind something we cannot pack into a suitcase. A new perspective, a grateful heart, and memories that quietly become part of who we are. And perhaps that's the greatest souvenir we can ever bring home. As our cruise gently drifted along the Danube one last time, we realized we weren't simply leaving Budapest behind. We were taking a piece of its history, its beauty, and its spirit with us. A poignant reminder that some places are visited once, but remembered for a lifetime. Until we meet again, Budapest, and thank you for becoming part of our story.
What a way to end our Budapest vlog with this view in our background. Sobrang worth it talaga. I can't stop saying it na worth it talaga ang river cruise na to. Budapest is a revelation, at least for us. Napakaganda ng city na to. It feels like a movie set. And we are definitely in love with Budapest. At kung sinamahan mo kami ni Luvin from the beginning up until the end of this vlog, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much. Sana nag-enjoy ka in as much as we enjoyed filming, documenting our travel journey. O paano? We don't know where the next adventure will lead us, but we hope to still see you on the next one. This has been Tony.
This has been Luvin.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel